Hi everyone, now I'm going to be tying this version of what they call a golden olive bumble. Now basically it's just a hopper, meaning hopper is, well, a lot of people will see it more as a dry fly, though it's a very good sort of top drop or subsurface pattern for pulling. This one's tied in the colour combinations of the golden olive bumble, and it's a bit sparser, leggy, with the hopper legs, the predominant pheasant tail. Great colour combination. Thorax, I've actually, on the head anyway, I've put some dubbing just to give the more caddis-like, even midge, because that gives a great impression of the midge. But it's a very good caddis pattern, this as well, if the caddis are coming off. This is tied on, it's quite a wide hook, it's a wide gape hook anyway. It's called the Short Shank Special. In this case it's size 10. Now the shank's equivalent to a size 12, the gape's equivalent to a size 10, so it's a great wee hook, it's a good hook to use. I like using it. Now it's quite an unusual way to tie this fly, this is the way I like to tie it. I used to tie a lot commercially, and when you're looking for ways to tie a fly quickly without destroying the idea of the fly, meaning making it like just a bad time, but this is a good way of tying it. It's a simple way. It looks a bit clumsy at first, but the way it's tied, you think, what's going to happen here? But once the fly's finished, it's fine, it's great. So anyway, thread I'm going to be using, this is a Unithread 8O in red. Now you could change the colour of this. You could use it's very good chartreuse, very good fire orange, anything like that. Anything that gives a wee highlight the back, in this case a wee small tag of red, or even a wee touch at the head, that makes a difference. As I say, chartreuse goes with the colour combination, but red's one of my favourite colours. So anyway, we'll start at the top here, screen down maybe 4 or 5 mil, come back up. Now just imagine being a small head of dubbing there, so you're looking for at least 2.5 lengths of a head, that's a normal head. I'm going to tie in some blue J fibres. Now I've already tied one of the flies with this feather, because you'll get a couple out it. And what you do is you just bring out these fibres. I usually hold this, when I bring them out to get them to stay out, I put my finger thumb on there just to hold it, and I use that to sort of try and line them up, because as you go up it will taper. So what I then do is, once I've got them, I hold the tips and I tear them away from the feather like that. I actually lost a couple here, so I'm just going to put them back in. The aim of the game is to try and get these as straight as you can, because then the tips will be close to being the same. Just use them to bring them together, you can see they're there. And then what I want to do is just to roll these fibres. Now this is a light dressing. As I say, it's not too heavy. It's like a variant of the main bumble. The bumbles are quite heavily dressed usually, but this is a fine one. Length of these fibres, you can have them quite short, but I usually go to measure them right from, I usually go round about, say there's the shank length, so we tie that forward. So we tie that forward and then use the thread to roll the fibres round, so you get them right in the top, and then just use the thread, keep the thread basically tight and allow the fibres to follow the thread all the way around. Nothing easier than that, and that gives you like a false hackle. As you can see, it's just like a false hackle. First thing I usually do is check where I am. I've actually travelled forward a wee bit too far, so I'm going to go back. Just going to bring my thread back a wee bit. 2 or 3 turns will it. Again, check, just make sure I've got fibre all the way around. Check to see how much room I've got. That's not too bad, that's about fine. There we are. Then what we want to do is, this is another unusual way of doing it. Now the colour for the body, or the hackle and the body is, I'm going to show you how I got the colour. It says golden yellow plus fiery brown. It's a blend, I call it golden olive for the bumble. This is a colour I like, so a golden yellow and a fiery brown dye to get this colour. A tiny bit of fiery brown, not a lot. And this is seal's fur, and I've did the date the same on this cape here, though it's went kind of more, you can see the colour there, it's a nice colour. It was in the same dye, it's just the way it worked out. The cape taking a different colour for the, slightly different colour from the dubbing, though it's close. So I've got one of the feathers, and this is just an Indian cockneck, white obviously, or creamy colour anyway. So what I've done is I've removed the fluff. The underside of the feather is going to be tied on top. And we start to work my way down. Just keeping everything, just use the tip of your finger to control the ends here. We work our way to the back. Now I'm actually going to come round the bend slightly, just to get a nice tag. Now, rib, they could be a flat tinsel, gold tinsel, or an oval gold. So I'm just going to use the oval gold tinsel, and this is a small. Now, if you can see, I've got it in about the tag length, which is a couple of mil. Nice and tight when you wind up. And the reason I'm going to do it this way is so that I can, when I rib, I'm going to obviously come over the tag a wee bit, and that'll just protect it. May hide a wee bit, but it's still there. Body, I've got the seal's fur dyed the same colour as the hackle, so we just lightly dub that on. Now I'm going to keep it reasonably thin, don't want it too thick. It's more a, let's get a midge-like. As long as it's tapered, you'll get your caddis-like shape as well. Just work your way up. And because the way I've tied it, it naturally gives you a sort of taper up. You want to take it all the way up to the hackles. Or up to the blue jay in your hackle anyway. That's fine. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually draw back the blue jay and the hackle. Just going to take it back. And then just bring the thread in front with a couple of turns. Just bring the blue jay back down, or not exactly back down, but just slightly forward. It's so you don't catch it when you wind your hackle down. So we've got hackle pliers. Do a turn at the top. And then we work our way down. Now, normally it's 3 turns going into the 4th turn. So we just follow round, and then we just rib. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns here. Keep it tight, just draw back. Same thing we did. Draw back your blue jay and bring your rib in front. Catch it in as quick as you can. You may catch 1 or 2 of these blue jay, but just draw them back with your fingers. You want to try and keep them so they stay all the way around. You want 3 or 4 turns to secure in your rib. Trim away. Trim away the hackle at the back, the tip. Just a wee quick look. It's just fine, nice and light, that's what I like. As I say, it's a hopper pattern. If you go too heavy, then it does then become, you lose the colour, the shape. You want to try and keep that sparseness, so it's a different pattern. Then for the legs, I'm going to be using the pre-knotted pheasant tail, just a hot orange. These are from Vineyards, so what I'm doing is bringing out a good half dozen fibres, just checking the tips here. All I'm doing is run my fingers through them just to check, making sure that there's enough there and there's no broken ends. So as I say, we're looking for 6. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. Once we're happy, we can tear it away. The length of the fibres is up to yourself really. Now I use the hook shank to separate them. So I've got 3 either side, so I come from underneath and then just lay them on the top like that, and I'm using the shank, you can see they're there, just to separate them. Come round with 2 or 3 turns. See the legs are sitting, it's fine. Then we can trim these away. Swatch your thread. Yep, missed one. A wee bit of wax here just to make sure it's secure. And then for the head, now you could use 2 or 3 colours, dark brown, cinnamon even. I've got a nice cinnamon there that would suit it fine, but I'm actually going to be using this. It's called Voodoo. It's a peacock, or a bronze peacock, as you can see. It's a nice blend of colour. I just thought it suits it fine. I mean, you can experiment, and I have. Brown would be probably the first choice most people would go for. And but this has got a bit of, you can see a bit of brown flash in it, as well as some olive. It's quite a coarse type dubbing. It's actually meant for streamers, but I like the colour. So I'm just going to lightly dub it on, and you can see I'm practically the eye here, and I'm going to work up towards the dressing. I want it loose. I want it I don't want it too tight, meaning I want to be able to wind through it. So I've went up, now working my way back through, just drawing it back, get a nice shape, and we're happy. We can take away the excess. Any fibre going forward, just stroke it back with your fingers. Now you can see I'm not letting the thread go once, I'm just keeping it tight. You want 3 or 4 turns. And then what I like to do is put a wee bit of varnish on my thread, and then hot finish. And it's basically gold and olive Bumble hopper. Great pattern. Tie different versions of this fly. Colours, I mean there's lots of colours out there between black and so on. Red. If you imagine a soldier palmer tied like this and finished off with a dark head, probably like a brown again, a cinnamon, or even a sort of ginger would be ideal. It's a good pattern. It's a nice shape, and that's what you're looking for. Just going to be a quick look at this one. It's not too bad. The colours there, the nice blend. Makes for a good fishing fly. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to open the legs up here. Now you could use a wee bit of Velcro to bring out some of the dubbing at the head, just lightly. I usually just tap it all the way around. Just to bring it out, gives it a wee bit more, a wee bit extra life. It's quite a long fibre that comes off this dubbing, so you can either keep it or you can slightly trim it back. That's why I like it. It's very straggle-like. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed the tying of the fly. It's certainly worth a try. As I say, tried in different colours. I've got, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll come a wee bit closer. You get the Bibble version with the grey in front. We've got the green Peter version, and obviously this one here. So it's a good pattern, as I say. Give them a go, and I'm sure you're not going too far wrong. And especially in the lochs, it's a great fly. So I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thanks for watching.